Hello everyone, and welcome back to another quick card video. So this was another card we made in card making class in the month of August, and I just wanted to show you. So if you never worked with our how-to books, this is Make It From Your Heart Volume 5. So this is the newest edition, and yes, they fit in our small little ring binders, which is awesome. They have all sorts of, in this case, different layouts, double page and single page, but also card making layouts in here. And we're actually working today with this layout, and it gives you the instructions on how to cut those pointy triangle shaped pieces so the flags can overlap. So you have all the dimensions here, what to cut your paper, and then how you decorate it is up to you. Here are two interesting examples, and I used a little bit more summer flavor. So this is from the Summer Vibes paper pack, and as always you get everything in a nice little pouch here. I had stamped the inside, and all I did, and this one is one of these splotches and blobby things, and I don't know if you have those, but I have quite a few, and this is from the Watercolor Impression Essentials. We might still have this one or even similar one online, I haven't checked yet, but these are all kind of like background pieces that make it look like you use watercolor, but it's actually a stamp. It's got these little dotted things too, which sometimes put interest to things. A more square version, or then the really free spirit, and we're using this one. And what I sometimes do is to see if it's big enough, like I just hold it over, and I hope you can see without the glare what it looks like. See, this one doesn't work. This one might work too, but we're gonna use this one. And I know they don't look like much. I used the lemon ink in this case, and I'm not putting a pouch. Normally you would put, you know, these pouches underneath here, but it's just a background stamp, and then I want it purposely be a little bit off, and then on top I'm using my Versamat, so it should be good. I should flip the Versamat because it's got the more cushiony side, but for this one it's fine. When you look through, you can't really see a lot of ink, but that's the beauty of it. And then it doesn't really matter where you place it, just keep it down for a couple of seconds, lift it back up, and let it dry. And that is all we need to do stamp wise. Like I mentioned in previous videos, this card making set was meant for a group that I haven't worked with yet, so I wasn't sure what their levels were, so I did a lot of pre-stamping. Okay, then we have multiple pieces of cardstock. So this one comes straight down on the bottom, and that's about 3 inches by 4 1/4. And we just adhere this directly to the card base. Just make sure you have it the right way. And some people like to open their card, depending on your light and how you look at it. Not a bad idea, but I sometimes struggle to find the right positioning here without having the white showing a little bit because it's a crease. So I like to close my card and then line it up on the bottom and on the top. Since it's hand cut, it might be a little bit off. Let it go. If I'm fine with it, I just smooth it out and I'm good to go. If I would not been fine with it and I needed to adjust it, it's easier to lift it before you squish it down. Once it's down, it's down. Then you make more harm than anything. So here I went by the instructions, and like I said, the book gives you exactly measurements. So for the big one, which would be this one, the whole piece is cut at 3 3/4 by 4 1/4, and then you have this part on either side is 2 1/2, And then naturally the tip point is at 2 1/8, so half of 4 1/4. And you just have to use the back side of the paper. That way, when you later flip it over, nobody will see your pencil lines. So I'm trying to go quick here. I didn't want to pre-cut those because that way you can see how it was done. So this is one. Then we have number 2. And if you have, use a bigger scissor like I do here. It's just easier for those long cuts than the little one. And that is the last one. Here we go. And now we alternate. And what I did, and you can do it either way. You can raise all 3 layers. You can raise only 2. What I did, I adhered the orange piece directly to the card and then raised the white piece and attached to the yellow one. So these 2 together, and then there's just one foam tape layer underneath. So it's not too thick. Okay, let's make sure it fits. Perfect. So this one goes flush. And I will flush it up with the top here. There you go. And then we adhere these 2 together, and they're always flush on the top here, so that makes it really easy. And then this one will be raised. I've got foam tapes everywhere. Just left over from projects, or so I'm just trying to use them up. So if you don't have the thin one, we have the thin tape on a roll. And that goes a long way because you can actually cut off as much as you need. And these papers usually don't need a lot. I normally put 1 in each corner. And if it's a big piece, something in the middle, so it's not pushing down too much. But that's about all I need. And then you line it up with your top here. Oh, my chair is still making noises. There we go. Okay, next. This is from a stem set. Let me see if I find it. Here we go. It's called Word Fatty, and this was the one. No, You're the Best right here. And you can stamp this in any color you want. I like the black one on this one just to pop it up a little bit more. And I just went around and left just a tiny thin white line if possible. Again, hand cut, might not be evenly, but we're no machine, so that's fine. Here's another one. You could go all the way to the black area, that's up to you. Okay, and then this one we have to cut in a little thin, and remember we want to flip it around. In this case I wanted to go about this far up, so I used the middle of that end, cut all the way to where I wanted to go, and then go from this corner to the cut end, and on this side too, and voila, there's our fin, nice and even. That's always the easiest way to make sure it's still eyeballed, but that way it gets pretty straight. Okay. Out here. And then again, this one would be fine with just 2, maybe a 3rd one in the middle. And we're just placing it a little bit about here. And then these are our sequins, and this is from our older collection, but they fit nicely color wise, so they all have adhesive on the back. And what I like to do, sometimes those big ones I think are a little bit too big, so I just take them, just make sure that the adhesive comes off when you peel the clear sheet off. There you go, just rubbing it a little bit. I like to tuck those away, and that's nice when you have raised this part, so you can tuck the big ones away and they're not too dominant on your layout. Here we go. And then the rest, wherever you want to place them. And here we go. And well, that one is a little bit too, there you go. That was too much in line with that one. And then the inside, I just did some squiggly with one of my gel pens, and hopefully this one still works. Let's find out. So in this case, I really just did some random. Okay, this one doesn't seem to. Let's try that one. This has still some juice. And then we do the same down here. And that is it. These ones you'll have to let dry a little bit longer. So this was our sample card, and that's the card we made in just a couple of minutes. I hope you had fun and learned a little bit, and if you're interested, I will post the the order number for Make It From the Heart Volume 5 underneath here at the video. I think it's a great essential to have because it really gives you some ideas or a starter point with cards as well as scrapbooking. If you only want cards, we have one out just for cards, and I will put this underneath here too. Thanks and have a great day. Bye bye.